everyone's talking about on Facebook.
Twitters and Facebooks and all that stuff.
It's what everyone tweeting about.
Twitter stalking, Facebook groupie.
It's time for Big Tigger's trending topics.
Yeah, that's trending time.
Find out what's trending now with Big Tigger.
Oh, he did not tell me for that.
On V103.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Big Tig doing big things. Time for the 411 and all your favorite folks. The trending topics being brought to you by Constant Contact. Be a marketer. All it takes is Constant Contact email marketing. All right. So, remember I told you about Kanye apparently freaking out backstage at SNL? Well, Page 6 has posted the audio. Apparently he had a temper tantrum in his dressing room less than 30 minutes before airtime. That half of his staging elements wouldn't be used. You can listen to Kanye and his frustration, but ultimately he decides to roll with the punches. Calls out a lot of people, compares himself to Pablo Picasso, Paul the Apostle, and some other people. Let's listen.
They took my stage off at SNL without asking me. Now I'm gone. That and Taylor Swift. Fake. I ain't gonna do this. We internet. By 50% more influential than any other human being. By 50%, dead or alive. By 50% for the next 1,000 years. Stanley Kubrick. Yay.
Stanley Kubrick. Yay. Yes, in the middle of all of that, he said Taylor Swift's fake bleep. That was before she took shots at him, huh? God knows what's on the way. Well, on the heels of that, Kanye says he wants to be more humble. Flurry of tweets, Ye said, quote, his ego is, quote, the number one enemy. Regrets his claim to, quote, taking the rap throne, admitting that statement hasn't been sitting well with me. It's dated mentality. I'm not on that. Every rap is somebody's favorite. Then he tweeted words of wisdom that sound like they would be coming from a spiritual guru. He wrote, quote, a wise man should be humble enough to admit when he's wrong and change his mind based on new information. Talking about yourself or somebody else, though, Ye? Moving on. So, you know, he had to be humble, sort of semi, and say that he was $53 million in the hole. Well, downtown Las Vegas casino owner is yelling Ye can knock off some of that debt if he agrees to play a show. Derek Stevens, who owns the D, that's the name of a club, be cool. The downtown Las Vegas Event Center tweeted out a proposal to Kanye. If he agrees to play a show at the downtown Vegas Center, it holds 10,000 people. He said Kanye can take all the ticket revenue. All he wants is the proceeds from the bar. Kanye has not yet responded. Someone else trying to help out Mr. Kanye West with his debt would be Jeremy Platt of Minnesota, who created a GoFundMe campaign aimed at raising $53 million that Kanye needs to pay off his debts, asking all the Kanye fans to open their hearts and wallets for Ye. In only a couple of days, about 300 people had donated to the campaign, raising nearly $3,000. He assures that all the money is going to Kanye. Well, another way he might be able to come up is apparently he, Nicki, and Kendrick also are getting Garbage Pail Kids. Remember the little cards? Little snotty-nosed kids? They added a special Grammys theme line called the Shammies. 9 musical acts, including Kendrick, Nicki, and Ye. Each has 2 versions of their own card. For Kendrick, those are Leapin' Lamar and Can't Lose Kendrick. Nicki's cards are called Anaconda and No Twerk Nicki. Kanye's cards include Welcome West and Kanye Pest. I know he ain't gonna like that. The cards were released digitally after the Grammy ceremony, but will be released in print soon. And since we mentioned Kendrick, there's a little controversy going on about the Grammys. Apparently, Roots associate Dice Raw watched the show and couldn't help but notice some of the similarities between Kendrick's set and the play he's been staging in Philly, called The Last Jimmy. Dice told a local paper, oh yeah, it's a prison thing. That's the point. Then the gold cages on stage, yeah, that's another coincidence. And those musicians in the cages, okay. African dance in the middle of the montage, another coincidence. He said he's not mad, though. He explains the position while cracking the joke, saying we're both fighting the same fight. It isn't Kendrick Lamar. He's not the enemy, but maybe his choreographer is. Long story short, he's getting a little bit more publicity for his play. I ain't mad at you, Dice Raw. Do your thing. That's going to do it for the trending topic. More to say, more to tweet than yet. Missed any part, head on over to v-103.com where you can not only listen to it in its entirety, you can see my... We're going to break the internet. Stanley Kubrick, Tigger face. More Big Tigger Show next on V103.